Okay, so today we're going to talk about the off-plan marketplace. Why we're going to talk about the off-plan marketplace is because I've been getting questions regarding this from clients. One client came to me the other day and he said, I recently bought last year a 1-bedroom for 1 million dirhams in IMPZ, and the size is 855 square foot. He said it's getting delivered end of 2026 and he's paid, 70% of the value so far. He said to me, Juwad, what should I do with this? I'm thinking I should sell it instead of waiting for it to be handed over, because I'm hearing everywhere that prices are dropping and, if I don't sell it fast, I might lose my money. So I said, okay, let's look at the data. We looked at the data. 1 bedroom, 1 million dirhams. It's coming at approximately 1,100 dirham per square foot, which was his purchasing price. Everything always goes back to the price per square foot. So then we went online to find the data of what 1 bedrooms ready in today's market in IMPZ are selling for today. And they're selling for approximately 1,300 dirhams per square foot ready, which is the war price. The war's finished, ceasefire. However, post-war price, currently trading at 1,300. So I said to him, if that number maintains until you got handover, you still have about 200 dirham per square foot equity in that property, capital gain. So 200 times 800, you still got about 160,000 dirhams profit. So I said it's worthwhile keeping because your rental yield on that unit, currently those units are producing, 70k in rental income. You're going to get about a 7% yield, gross, maybe 6% net after service charge. Not a bad deal. Keep it for 5 years, you may get some capital growth. Not a bad deal. So I said, it's up to you. You could sell it today, maybe get a slight profit. You could keep it and sell it on handover, make a slight profit, or rent it out and make a sensible yield. And after 5 years, sell it for a decent profit. So that wasn't a bad purchase. However, if somebody bought last year in, let's say, JVT, and the price was 2,400 dirham per square foot, today, that off-plan price in JVT, or the ready price in JVT, is going to be 1,500. So they're currently looking at a 900 dirham per square foot loss, and it could go lower. And if they've only paid, let's say 20%, so they've paid, let's say they bought that unit for 1.5 million and they paid 20% will be 300,000 dirhams. Is it worth keeping that property? Because on handover, they will have lost 900 dirham per square foot. Let's assume it's a 1,000 dirham square foot property. They will have lost 900,000 dirham on that deal. So in that situation, I would suggest that it's maybe better to lose the 300 and cancel it instead of waiting, following through and potentially losing 900, because purchase price was very high last year because the off-plan market had been on a bull run for 5 years. So some prices were very high, and compared to today's price in the ready market of the equivalent, you're losing a lot of square footage. So in this situation, I would suggest that if you can cancel and get out and just lose 300, is better than staying in the deal and potentially losing 900,000 on that product. Which now begs the question, under what conditions and can you cancel your off-plan purchase and get a partial refund or a full refund? And why would this question come up today? Because as we've seen, I've been in this market longer than most, and we've noticed that the market went up 2008, and then we saw a big crash. And then it went up again, and then we saw a big crash. Then we went up again, COVID, and we saw a big crash, and then now it's done that again. So we constantly see that even though the market grows overall, there are peaks and troughs in the marketplace. And we've seen this in 2008, 2013, and then we've seen it in 2020, COVID, and then it went straight up, and now we're seeing it at 2026. So what we need to understand is, when did you get in to your off-plan purchase, and what was the price per square foot, and what is the downside, and is it worth staying in that based on the new numbers, or is it better to exit? A lot of cases, if you bought in the last I don't know, 24 months, your price is high, too high. And depending on how much you're going to lose, you might want to cancel, get out, or exit in some way or form. How can you get out of these off-plan contracts? There are approximately 10 ways. So I'm going to go over these 10 ways in detail, but let's just write them out so we know what they are.